Recording. Go
That's a hope.
live. Confirm.
Good thing that was off recording.
No one say anything racist. Welcome back. The tragedy of
That's the best way to ensure someone does.
Session 18. Woo. Let's start the session off with a recap.
Oh my god, I love recaps.
Wow.
I don't think John's a fan.
Last time on Tragedy of War.
Oh, wait, I'm sold now.
The session began with the faithful few arriving in the portal room of Sanctum. After considering their options, each of the faithful chose a path which strayed from that of their destiny. Dalen left for Forlorn, and Peacekeeper left for Haven, both without a single parting word or glance to their companions.
Damn, that's crazy.
Misk and Jorma, however, chose to stay and wait for Brelikk to arrive so that they could say their farewells before leaving for Bedlam. After all the faithful had gone, it was only Brelikk who remained. With the ashes of Ak at his side, Brelikk stepped boldly through the portal to Gale. He soon found himself alone and directionless on the other side of the world. He wandered for a while before coming upon a Tabaxi fisherman named Brava and his horse named Nat. After offering Brelikk some bandages for his head wound, he showed Brelikk the way to Gale. Before the night was over, Brava and Brelikk arrived at the Tattered Pelt, a half-orc establishment, home to a number of unique characters. These characters interacted, some with each other, some with the other patrons in the tavern. As the night died down, the patrons of the tavern went to bed. In the morning, the patrons began funneling out of the tavern when there was no one there to serve them food and drink. Like, what gives? As it happens, all people of Gale, or seemingly all peoples in the city of Gale, had converged on one location. Public location. They joined the crowd of curious onlookers to find what only Brelikk knew to be the Tablet of Chaos. This tablet was last seen in Ak's possession prior to his untimely incineration. Brelikk, still holding the Tablet of Law, approached this strange scene. And as soon as he had, it was already too late. The Tablet of Law surged from his pack and drifted through the air to connect with the Tablet of Chaos. Seemingly of its own fruition, which was different behavior, definitely, compared to what it exhibited in, past time you've spent with this object. Soon after the tablet shot out of his pack, a select few from the crowd began to feel tired, weak, and unable to stand or hold their consciousness. Eventually, these select few all succumbed. They awoke beside a cliff in a dark place, a cold place. A place with a message addressed to them by name, carved into the stone floor before them. Brelikk, Kev, Alix, Katsu, Khanek, Rolland, you are now the faithful few. This is your truth. This is your purpose. attend the eulogy of the prophet in Safeguard, usurp the false chief Maladar in Heritage, deny the return of the dragons in Forlorn, unite the tablets of alignment, and the truth of the world will be revealed. When the message had been delivered, a silhouette emerged from the shadows and began approaching the very sight of this figure. Struck fear into the bravest of hearts, pushing them to the edge of the cliff, whether by choice or by force. Each of them took the leap of faith. Though Alex, one unlikely warforged, was seemingly unaffected by this figure confronting him. He stared into the eyes of a shadow with a black raven head, and he conveyed his future desires. The figure granted him life and forced him off the ledge in a gust of wind. As the red light of Alex's eye disappeared into the chasm below, the session came to a close. Oh, I just noticed that the music is playing on top of itself. Mute.
Yeah, that is crazy.
There we go.
Dice.
So, we back in Gale.
We back, baby.
Maybe I'm back.
And the Lord said, "Let there be light." As you all open your eyes, well, I guess I should say, as you're falling off this ledge, it's like one of those dreams where you feel like you just hit the ground and then suddenly you wake up. Your eyes flutter open, and you are laying on kind of like these pads on the floor. It's like bedrolls, but you know, kind of like those firm leather pads. And you're all in a line next to each other, you know, waking up. And as you do
Harper.
so, oh yeah. Did someone have a question?
Is the arcane buckler in my inventory?
No, it's not.
Okay, well then I didn't steal it.
Well, it was in your
Simple as
hand
that.
when you... I mean, yeah, I guess it would be, I would say, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
in your hand when
Yeah.
you fell unconscious, and theoretically they would have just kept it on you, so...
Is
What the fuck?
is Brelikk next to me?
Oh my god.
As you awake and you look about, yes, you have all of your companions beside you, and
Do I notice the buckler?
I pick up the buckler and I look over at Brelikk and I say, it looks like you dropped this, my well-traveled friend. And I hand it over to him.
Oh god. Khanek extends his hand out to you with the buckler, Brelikk.
Hold on. Where are we, real quick?
Infirmary or
You
something.
guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Cannon.
yeah.
Everything working on your end?
We're like in some infirmary.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever?
I just opened my Chromebook to
Oh,
put Discord on.
Very
Don't.
cool.
Oh, spicy. No need to flex.
And now,
Uh,
tragedy of war has stopped lagging.
Oh.
Fantastic.
nice.
Cool.
I grab the buckler and say, must have been knocked out from the tablet. Thank you.
No, I pulled it out. I was trying to see if there was anything in your bag. That was the last thing I grabbed onto before I also passed out.
You were trying to what? Sorry.
I was trying to see if you had more tablets in your bag.
Oh. No, that is the only tablet I have.
Oh.
Oh, I actually try to look. Do I still have the tablet?
Yeah, as you think about this and kind of touch your bag instinctively, you can feel the outline of what feels like the tablet, and you open the bag, and yes, you pull it out, and it's there. The tablet of law.
Is the other tablet there? Tablet of Chaos?
It is not.
Utah?
Am I having
Utah.
a Utah moment?
Utah.
Utah? He's back.
It fixes it every time.
As it would happen, you do not have the Tablet of Chaos, Brelikk. But
Uh-oh.
Khanek, as he touches his bag and you touch your bag, to get this arcane buckler or whatever, you feel the outline of a similar object, and you pull out the Tablet of Chaos, which has 2 names now emitting this dull orange glow. Previously on this tablet there was only one, but it would seem after between when you passed out and now the name seems to have filled itself in.
And what name do be there?
You see Endare. Yes. You see the names of Endare and Qeynos lit on your tablet, and the unlit name remains Ivos.
I don't know what that means.
So I made a really shitty diagram for these.
I think it's pretty good.
Gets the point across.
Very concise.
Matt has the law tablet, which has no names lit, and then Jack, you have the chaos one, which has 2, and then Peacekeeper Negotiator has the center one, which appears to be gone. You haven't seen it since
All right, well then I'll lift the tablet up and I'll look over at Brelikk. Well, do you mind explaining this then?
And as you say this, Khanek, you note that there is a tiefling man, seemingly very sweaty. He's got some large bags under his eyes, but as he sees you all raise your heads and emerge from your slumbers, you see he's got kind of a relieved smile on his face. This man to be the one that was out front the halls of Qeynos before, trying to quell the mob. He's a tiefling, but you note that his horns have been, for better or worse, removed, cut down to his skull, basically. And he's there, watching you guys stir. Waiting for you guys to awaken as well as you all
serious
converse.
man?
Huzzah!
Once we have some more, I whisper privacy. I can tell all of you. Not while others are around.
Very well.
Chosen of Qeynos, I am Glad you were able to greet the world of the living
for the love
again.
of- No, no.
Note that he says, "Greet the world of the living."
Oh, phew! It wasn't New Day.
Flashbacks.
Missed opportunity.
No, I don't think so.
He says new life?
Greet the world of the living again, is what he said.
What? We're dead?
What happened to us?
As you see, he kind of picks himself up. Looks like his joints are a bit stiff, and he kind of gets closer to you. Brelikk, it seems his voice is kind of rasp. And as he gets closer, you see that yes, he has these large bags under his eyes, and it looks like he's been doing something, working tirelessly. How do I put this? You were dead 2 days ago. You were in the plaza with the tablets, and you had passed out one by one. After which, you began convulsing and sweating. Your hearts were beating so fast. And in the middle of the first night, you died.
The first night. How long have we been?
2 days. Yesterday and this morning, I completed and performed a ritual on you all to bring you back. Oh, well, my manners. He goes over and there's like a table on the side. He's got
Can I
like
roll
looks to be a pitcher of water and some cups. He starts pouring you guys some cups as you're talking here.
Can I roll insight on whether or not I think it was his ritual that brought us back to life or something else?
Certainly.
Man,
So,
that's a
some
pretty
kind
nice
of
setup.
necromancy?
I hate necromancers.
I love Mark
Hey,
Wallace.
that's a nice office, bro. What the hell? That's a nice office. I didn't know you had
Me?
a nice office. Yeah. What the?
This is just my bedroom. My bed's behind me.
That's
Oh
a
my
15.
God.
So
You don't look
It's an
You live in
office, but it has my bed in it.
You just don't look like you live in a dungeon anymore. This is new.
It is weird seeing your background like that, Cannon.
Yeah.
I have a plant.
You have a
You look
plant.
like a
It's like,
respectable.
oh,
Oh my God.
You look like a
living.
respectable normal
Cannon's sitting in a
person.
chair, not laying down?
Art?
He's got
Is
an
it
art,
a living plant?
a bookshelf.
You look like a respectable normal
Oh,
person.
but you don't. Wait,
You used to look like a gremlin. Now you look like a
Wait.
normal businessman.
Wait a minute. He's not a degenerate?
I was
In a
wearing a
closet?
suit earlier today.
Because you used to look like you
Oh.
lived in the basement. This is amazing. This is progress. I love it.
Oh,
Damn, bro, you live like this?
Have you seen my cam on when I'm at my house in DeKalb or no?
No.
Next session. Next session.
With a 15 though, Brelikk, you, you believe, given the fatigue left on him, that, as far as you're aware, there was some intensive work on his end, recently. You're not able to surmise to what lengths he was able to do it, but you believe that he had a part to play in your resurrection.
Harper.
well, thanks, I guess.
How are you all feeling?
How do we feel?
You feel sweaty,
Hungry?
hungry.
What about robots?
You're pretty, yeah. So most of what I'm saying, yeah, and applies to the organics here. But Will, your character would have felt like he's been in a long sleep mode, and that maybe not all of your functionality is there right now, but it's like slowly all coming back online. And everyone else just, yeah, generally you feel rested, but like your bodies, mentally you're rested, but your bodies are pretty tired. And it still seems like you have basically the rest of the day ahead of you. But yeah, you're not feeling like 100%. You feel like you're maybe having a hard time keeping warm.
I need some grub. What you got?
Hold on, I have some fruit actually. And he goes over. There's looks to be some grapefruit, some oranges.
Nothing
take a big
refuels
one
you
and
from
just start-
almost dying than an orange.
Some orange slices.
Orange slices,
We just
man.
played a little soccer game. Some orange slices to get us nice and
Yeah, I'm glad. So, he's grabbing you guys food. You know, whoever wants it. There is some fruit. Doesn't look like there's any meat or anything.
It's got like a
But,
little platter.
Yeah. I apologize. I know you've just woken up, and I'm sure that the experience took a lot out of you. But I have spent the last 2 days thinking of that event, of that day. And to be honest, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Never in my life as a priest have I seen this act of divination before my eyes. So please, if I may ask you, what happened out in that crowd?
Listen, I don't think we know any
I-
more than you do.
I'd like to.
I'm still
I
trying
want.
to
I want. I want to
convince
gauge
myself.
this. I want to gauge this individual, like,
Mm-hmm.
see if I can somewhat understand, like, from what, like, you know, he's asked. I understand, like, he's worked very tirelessly to revive us, but I'm going to gauge. I'm going to actually first cast detect good and evil on him
Okay.
with the tablet.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hold up the
Yeah.
tablet.
No, I just like I
Is
kind of
this
like
what she wants?
I feel is it visual? Is it visual? Like he
Yes.
can see it? Is it? Wait, really?
Yeah, someone else did this at one point. I think it was Ak. It's the tablet would like emit like an orange like wave that just kind of like like coats everything and then it dissipates.
All right, then before I do it,
Oh my
then
God.
I'm gonna at least roll insight just so I can maybe try and gauge, like, if I can like trust this man, this
Oh, yeah.
so-called priest.
Sure. 11.
Cool. Sack. Rolls.
From 11, you believe that this priest has a genuine interest in the divine, and you believe that, given your own personal past experience, that there are religious events like this are insanely uncommon.
Yeah.
So he is probably just taken up a huge interest on that alone.
Mhm.
You're not sure if there are any ulterior motives.
If you want to make
Okay.
a religion check along with your insight, maybe there's something else
Yeah.
you could
Let me.
glean.
I'd like to try and do a religion check then too.
Religion check on the priest to see
Religion.
how genuine.
Religion check.
uh, so, I mean, something that you find unique about him is, compared to other tieflings, is that he appears to be altering his physical appearance, the horns, namely, being gone, in an attempt to kind of escape that deceitful perception that people might have of him.
That sort of racial, like,
yeah.
yeah.
Comes with, cards that have been dealt to him. So, but being that, you look around, you're in this institution of Qeynos. He is presumably some servant of the truth. That he's obviously taken it to heart. That's all you really know, though, about, kind of just from a surface understanding of Qeynos and its values and things like that.
All right. I pull out the tablet, and Brelikk will say, before I continue, I would like to do something with this tablet. One of my previous friends had done this before, and I'd like to at least gauge everyone in this room before I continue.
Oh, everyone.
And yeah, I want to gauge everyone in the room.
I'd like to
good
say,
news.
as soon as I woke up,
I'd like to say that I'm not evil, I'm just misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
as soon as I woke up, I would have looked around the room, jumped out of my bed, and disappeared, and my ring would have clanked onto the ground.
Okay.
He does like the SpongeBob caveman thing and then just
Yeah.
disappears. Okay, and then the
I'm
ring
gonna walk.
clatters to the floor again. Alex,
Pick it up and put it in my pocket.
You see this?
Well,
Alex
I guess
almost
Kev is-
instinctively grabs the
So you
liquid
you
nut
pull
and-
the events in my head is he pulls out the tablet and then there's a clatter in the opposite end of the room and there's always just a ring that hits the ground. He's like,
Well, I guess Kev is still nearby.
please don't do that to me.
Do what?
He thinks that you just disappeared, Kev.
I have no idea what just happened. That was completely unrelated to what I am about to do. I'm just gauging everyone's inner. How would I phrase this?
Moral compass?
More. I'm gauging everyone's moral compass in this room, essentially.
Okay.
And I cast detect evil and good and evil. Why does it say detect evil and good? It sounds just wrong. Detect evil and good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually reversed on the other tablet. No.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Detect lawful and neutral.
given, where are these? Where is this piece of shit?
You're not excused.
Nice one, bro.
Cover your mouth next time.
Bill?
Yeah, so you hold out the tablet and you know that it's activated basically just by speaking one of the names on the tablet. And the one that sticks out to you is Baeon.
Baeon.
So you speak Baeon and the tablet hums with like this orange energy enveloping it and then just dissipating just from the tablet's center point and all throughout the room, catching your party members except Kev and and this guy in front of you.
It doesn't capture the guy in front of me?
No, it does capture the guy in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't get Kev.
Yeah, correct. Oh, let's see here. So, how this works is the tablet highlights people who are neutral, yellow, and good blue and evil red with like a sheen
Like
over their
Player indicators,
yeah. Exactly.
like in Call of Duty, like with red name.
Oh no, like the token.
like League of Legends.
It's like the
Yeah.
tokens. I think all your. No wait, actually, all your tokens are blue. Never mind. It's a bad example. But
Everyone in the room is glowing blue. This one tiefling that's asking, "Can I learn more?" is glowing red.
you see, Rolland, Canon's character, glows blue. Khanek glows yellow. You glow yellow. Never mind. Katsu hums red, and the robot hums red as well.
Damn. I didn't expect that.
It's just that they're tied, you know. So maybe you're not necessarily gauging their moral compass, but you're gauging, you know, the world's perception of them. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah, the world's yeah. And then Tiefling Man.
Oh, so yeah, Tiefling Man would have a red hue as well.
Everything I heard and whatnot. I fill everyone in on being called to Cistern, the meeting with the.
He's just dropping it. He's just laying it all out.
Kev was here to hear it.
The unexpected meeting with the bystander, and the mission set forth for us. And I'll leave it at that for now.
Okay, so
I filled them in for like
on the events of Cistern. Yeah.
The events of Cistern in the beginning of our journey.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Yeah. So
nothing past when we left. Nothing past what happened in, like the other nations and what we've heard of Cistern since and whatnot.
Yeah, and specifically the communions that you did with the bystander and the diplomat. You bring those up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like this fast-paced compilation of the entirety of, well, the first half of Arc 1. The faithful view! And then just like all this other... all this just like... just to the end. So... specific characters that glean interesting things from this. Rolland. This is perhaps not the first time. Well, like, you know, maybe this isn't your first religious awakening. You know, you've maybe had one, and that's how you found your faith originally. And we, you know, with your goddess Aewa, and how throughout this story that Brelikk is recounting, these gods in other places of the world are also choosing, interacting with and choosing champions, it would seem, to perform, because now you guys have had it in Gale, and seemingly again people have been chosen to kind of fulfill a task by these gods. And
thought the war was bad now. I can't imagine what will happen when the gods' chosen few reach their true potential.
Jesus. Righteous.
Says that in his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, that in his head. In a video game. In a video game. In a video game. In a video game.
So
Sure.
all of these seems like the gods are trying to almost like force you on a given goal, a given path, and why they want these tablets to be reunited and why they want these it's almost like each of these tablets need some sort of approval from each of these gods. You're not exactly sure, but it is interesting that it didn't start with you, but now it is with you. For the most of you, everyone but Brelikk, it didn't start with you, but now it is with you at this moment. One sec, gotta let the dog in.
Doing?
It's like League of Legends.
It's like League of Legends.
We're in the Summoner's Rift right now.
Who's my summoner?
What is it? What are we? Some kind of League of Legends?
What are we? We got a League of Legends squad?
What are we? Some sort of league champ?
What are we? Some kind of faithful few?
What are we?
What
Some
are we,
kind of
some
a new day?
Ram squad?
Ooh, bless you.
Bless
What are
you.
we? So-
No, Patrick, you're the American Psycho.
Oh boy.
Making, and he recounts all the way up to before the journey. So yeah, that would be everything for now. The party members, especially Khanek, since Brelikk leaned over to tell you, that he would tell you, probably more later. You get the feeling that there is something maybe that Brelikk is leaving out, purposefully for this current situation. But the tiefling guy is kind of like, whoa, by this.
Tiefling guy is like, holy shit!
by
And,
this-
I'm sitting there like, I haven't even told him the whole fucking thing yet. It's only a fraction.
But yeah, you'd see in his eyes almost like they're lighting up with this sense of importance in who he is with. And
Is it tiefling or me?
tiefling, that this this is something that is clearly larger than him and larger than you all, but yet you all have been included in this process by Qeynos, and you can tell it's really resonating with him.
So you don't describe the visions, do you?
I wouldn't say I describe what the visions looked like. I'll just describe what we were told in those visions and who was there.
The faithful
Who
few
we
name
think
drop.
were there. Yeah.
Smite down the Bedlam scum in front of me. No.
That there
I
was
wouldn't go into exact detail, I think, of the visions.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
But there's like an entire other group of faithful few that came before you, and that most of, well, I guess you don't know what happened to most of them because now Brelikk is the only one standing here.
I mean, so we would know that Brelikk was involved in the previous Faithful 2.
Yes.
We don't, in character currently, we don't know anything about past Faithful Few.
Not really. He kind of left out details about them, but he did say that there was a group.
So do I gain
I def-
anything from this chaos tablet?
Oh, yeah, I gotta assign you ownership. I mean,
Look.
you gain the item. Hang on.
I look over to Rolland.
Or to continue traveling together, whatever mission this is. I'd request some information. Previous
Um,
companions, the previous faithful few. Happened to them. Are they no longer with you? Who are they?
I would what would I say to that? Because I like outside the game, I want to tell everyone, but I don't want to. I don't want to say it in front of the tiefling.
Well,
I will say
well, he's a good guy.
Hi, bro.
it's,
You got against him.
You know, I don't. You know,
He's slimy.
last time around, we trusted every single individual that we came up to that was somewhat important. You know, and you know what?
Yes.
I'm not down with that shit.
They're
I don't
traumatized.
I'm
Mission
fuck
accomplished.
Mission
that.
accomplished.
Like I trust the people in this room because they were in the vision with me. I don't
Right.
trust that fucker, the tiefling that apparently did this ritual. And yes, probably spent a few
Would
days to
you like
revive us.
to-
I don't give.
This is
two
called character
shits.
progression.
You can try to signal like Rolland that social signal him that you'll tell him more later, while at the same time deflecting the question. If you want to make a deception check.
I'll
Just be
yeah,
like,
I'll try and make a deception check. Like,
I mean, you could just say something along the lines of like, I don't know how to answer that right now, but I will.
I don't know how to answer that as of right now. I know that they decided to go their own ways.
So does that mean we could just go our own ways, us chosen?
If you really wish.
All right, another reset, boys. We'll see.
Like
What were
two
we-
characters just like, yep, I'm out. Peace.
All right,
I mean,
peace. I don't got a reason to be.
Mike's character's basically doing that right now. He's not a
It's
part of the
just-
conversation anymore. He's like,
So-
It's like, all right, I'll
So it's like-
introduce another character.
You guys, so what is it?
but what would you like for me to roll
Deception.
to like see? Yeah, I'll roll deception.
But Katsu, even after you say this about abandoning the cause, you do feel as though there is some, with your where you've been in your past with the monasteries and all this moving around and looking for answers, and you feel as though this is almost the first clear direction that you've felt in your life for a while now.
Okay.
Also, you ask about this abandonment thing, and I feel like the tiefling would kind of look over your direction. He'd say, "Abandon? You
Abandon the righteous quest.
You have been given a message from Qeynos. You are the message."
It's too good. Brelikk, with with your deflection, you note that he gets very distracted by Katsu as you like social signal Rolland, and it doesn't
Thank
seem
God.
like he notices. Like he kind
Thank
of
God.
trails off, and Rolland, you get the he's being very blatant about it, so you get the idea.
I just say, of course. I just ask that you give it some thought.
I am. I will.
Oh. Tiefling.
I look back up to Tiefling Man for a moment, like
Tiefling me.
Yeah, you want to
um,
catch his reaction
what-
or something?
I don't know his
no,
name.
He hasn't said
Well-
his name.
Yeah, it's
Tiefling.
true.
I am Zenith.
Oh, I was gonna ask, but
Is what you may call me.
Okay.
That's the tiefling speaking right now?
Yeah.
Zenith. Clearly it's been a long few days. Perhaps we should all go rest for the time being.
And now in character, this is when I actually say tiefling.
Okay.
Oh, Canon's a paladin. Of course he's racist against tieflings. This makes so much
Oh.
sense.
Racism.
Zenith looks
Speak of
over in your direction.
Speak of this duty given to you by your god, that I can respect. I ask where you hail from.
He looks around. Here.
Originally I'm from Bedlam.
His eyes narrow.
Oh my god. Bedlam.
Roland just looks at him.
Yeah,
Hey,
you want
but
me
he
to
seems
fucking
pretty honest about it.
Yeah, cool.
Let's,
Cool.
I have.
DM, I'd like to insight this check to see if he's an evil rat bastard.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally
But
trust the
I
guy
have
from Bedlam when the
since-
other
You guys
two
are
people in our
racist,
party
man.
Cut off my eyes.
Our two party members previously from Bedlam were fucking
The
rats.
last
Are you
tiefling
kidding me?
priest you met got murdered in a chamber, and you.
Well,
You were
Tell
there,
me what to
Brandon.
roll, Harry.
You were there. What are you
But
rolling
if
for?
I-
Sorry.
you guys are racist.
If I may, I
It says
Yeah,
Bedlam.
because clearly we've had good experiences
Yeah,
with
insight.
Bedlam in the past.
I just like to see like
For
when
Bedlam.
he says like I'm from Bedlam. Like, can I glimpse into any like way that he feels about his
As he
his
says that, yeah.
heritage? Yeah.
you can glimpse into that, but he's gonna further say, I was trying to say, is that I have since for a long time cut off ties from my homeland. And
Insight.
I have fully
I was gonna
embraced
say someone insight that
the
shit.
teachings of Qeynos.
Someone else, one other person. We're allowed
So
two people
good.
on an insight.
Let me
13
roll
and
my fucking
5. Okay, Roland, you are able to determine that there
10
seems
and
to
a
be
1.
some genuine thought and belief that he has cut ties from his homeland, from his appearance,
Headed
to
scum.
how he carries himself.
There will be a 10 and a
Um,
moon roll today.
But you know that Bedlam has some shady origins, so it could be that he is a very good liar.
Can I also add when he says he's cut his ties? I'll say, your past does not define you. Future, your action, are what define you. Or that's what my teachers would have said. I don't believe any of it.
Well, I think your
Fortunately,
teachers have a
Safeguard
great way
remembers.
with words.
I
Sounds like
paraphrasing.
Katsu has. He's really retained them.
Fortunately, Safeguard has many scars to help them remember blights of other countries. Cannot
We haven't
forget
gone to
this so
Safeguard
easily.
yet, right?
No, you have not. So Roland's just expositioning you right now.
Not forget this so easily. I'll try and keep in mind your attempts to make better of yourself.
I appreciate that, messenger.
Just want to be honest if we're going to be working together.
Of course.
So, Khanek, as all this discussion of tieflings and their heritage and racism, you have a sudden divination moment as you feel the presence of more people in the room, but they're not
Booyah.
in the room yet. And you know them to be heavily armed and of the inner flock faction.
I'm just gonna immediately look over at Brelikk and say, "It's time to get out of this rat cage," and then I'm gonna get up and move.
Yes, your immediate instinct is to move and leave as soon as
Come
possible.
with me if you want to live, Brelikk.
And
was
the
that
other
noise?
party members,
Time to
however,
move.
are, you know, like, Khanek is just like having a schizo moment, and
I look to the rest. I look to the rest of the party members, and in a hushed way, try and not say it out loud for Xanath to say. If you want to learn more, follow me. And Khanek.
oh,
Woes.
inviting him into the party, Pog.
Where are you going?
Oh, we just need a breath of fresh air. I'm feeling quite nauseous.
No, you must stay.
And
These actions are not very trustworthy right now.
Yeah, so you make for the large exit slowly, and the other party members who aren't having this sudden urge to move, would you take after your panicking party members.
I would trudge after.
Yes.
Follow the man with the tarot deck.
And Kev would come with me because he's in my pocket.
Yeah.
Alright, so I see Brelikk
Follow-
follows close.
Follow closely to Brelikk, as I am.
I
keenly
follow
interested in
Brelikk
him.
closely behind, and then I pull a card out of my tarot deck. What is it, Parker?
Oh,
You pull
yo.
out
I have my
Before-
tarot deck on me now.
the 4 of coins.
The
You
4
all
of
have
coins.
tarot.
4 of coins.
Okay,
That's a
glad
pretty
to see
good
you've
one.
made the right choice for your
I mean,
future.
that's
It seems
not
as though
good.
Prophet is still in session for you.
Sorry,
And,
sorry.
And then I look back, and I'm like, if we didn't clear out of there soon, I had a bad feeling about it.
Right. So you're headed for
Open the
this
door and the whole all the guards are outside
right.
the
You're
door.
headed for the exit, and the clear exit, which in this room is like there's just the large archways that you originally saw that lead into, and it's like an open air thing. Like there's no doors actually. It's just like just straight out into the outside world. And as you step out into this outside world, you see these guards who
No.
were waiting for a different figure approaching, but as you step out, they all kind of look at each other for a second. And
Hi
then
there.
look at you.
There.
You see in their eyes a very serious expression. They do not seem as lighthearted.
Cool.
They have these. Oh, I have a picture.
I love pictures. Pictures are fun. Books are fun.
what are you saying, Cole?
Reading. The power of reading.
Qeynos!
What card did you say you pulled?
4 of coins.
4 of coins.
Coins.
Yeah, what is four of coins is like?
That's not a good card.
Profit.
Is it not a good card?
It's
Well,
not a
it was a
good
good card in our instance, so
I mean, and that's
Oh.
fine.
fuck the
Yep.
god.
Ooh,
every
it's
deck has its own
plentiful.
rating.
So they seem angry here.
They seem stern, and they kind of lower their taloned pull arms toward you, and these guys
When that happens, Harry, I will reach to my side and how many are there?
there's 5.
I will pull like out of like a little like thing. I'll like a little like cabinet will open up and I'll grab 5 mugs and I'll like grab my spout and it kind of glows and I will cast Calm Emotions and fill the mugs and hand them out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
That's-
they have to drink the mugs, yeah.
They have to
With
say
the way
that
that this visual is gonna work, yeah.
they have to save me.
thank you.
Charisma saving throw.
Yeah, we'll say that the mugs kind of ethereally like appear, like all 5 just like hovering in the air, and all fill up with just kind of like a swift like of Alex's
Ale.
funnel hand, and slices off the head a little bit, and they all drift to the different Arakakra, and then just strangely they all just like open up their mouths like they're like a mama bird feeding them, and the ale just gets poured directly down their gullets, and they make wisdom saves.
It's charisma save. Charisma
Oh, charisma saves. All right.
Charisdom saves.
Oh, that is not what I want. But I think
That's well.
you can. Yeah.
Oh
you-
damn.
Yeah, I have their sheets.
Does a 54 succeed?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
One of them's a 20. Shit.
Normal. Can I just keep doing
All it
that?
takes is the majority, Matt, because one angry guy has to deal with the other people.
Yeah.
True. 14.
I don't know why I can't do
5,
this faster.
9, 14, 13,
that's it. And so they're all. What's the saving throw, Will?
I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
yeah.
So they all kind of drink the sauce, and they just slowly you
the
see
sauce is hitting.
the serious look in their eyes, almost like their pupils were like super like focused in, super tiny, and then just like after they drank, they just like opened up and they like dilate a little bit, and they just one of them just lets out like a. And then just slowly raises, their taloned pole arms, and so like non-threateningly, they all just kind of plant their pole arms next to them as this figure that they were waiting for before, a tabaxi, dark in fur, steps forward onto the platform where you all are now, and it just with all of these very satisfied
I see.
Arakakra.
I see you've met my gods. And he's could you flash the visual real
Yeah.
quick?
Oh.
Please calm yourselves. I wish I could greet you under more formal standards, but it is a pleasure to meet you. He looks over at you, Brelikk. I remember you. Brelikk, wasn't it? From Haven. You don't recognize this guy at all.
I think you have me confused with another half orc.
Oh,
I
I remember you. It was from the vault.
The what?
The vault. You were on the peace mission.
Brelikk, you suddenly realize that before this peace mission, they had to, I guess, vet their military escort, and perhaps your name came up. But this tabaxi doesn't really strike you as, part of that whole political affiliation.
Yeah.
I apologize. Please be at ease and calm yourselves. I'm Consul Rumer, and he takes a slight bow with his hands behind his back.
Perky, start! He's bowing! Run! No.
I have been sent here with these escorts to have you accompany me to the Canopy in the upper branches. I have been sent because Lord Akko wishes to speak with you.
One of the guards burps again.
Love those canonical burps.
And
bread will not work on my gods.
And what would this conversation entail?
He wishes to speak further with you about your vision. I wish to do this diplomatically.
What vision?
How
do you know I have a vision? I've clearly just waken up from a yes.
Visions were given to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're alone for a reason.
Redcon moment. That's on me. About your experience with the tablets, seeing as though you had.
Well, I look to the everyone around me. Anyone want to nod or shake their head so I can gauge everyone's?
My head just spins in a circle.
What does that mean?
Way to
Rolland
dodge
will-
around the subject.
Rolland will
Alex,
say,
thumbs up or thumbs down, maybe instead. Like,
could hear this lord out, but remember your journey with the tablets and given to you and you alone. It's up to you whether you share this information.
I looked at Khanek.
And I like shake my head ever so slightly.
I know you are, I'm sure, frightened by your situation. But please,
It's not.
I would like to solve this situation diplomatically, if you would allow, as I am a consul at the end of the day.
At the end
Console
of the
must have
day-
triggered.
I would not like to escalate this situation further.
You see one of the guards kind of like cleaning its feathers with its beak.
There's one of him. He's a tabaxi though. He can chase us down if he really wanted to.
I am
One more time,
not.
please.
He is. You see this guy?
Uh,
He is.
You know, I wave a little and go. We
What is that?
can handle this diplomatically. I whisper under my breath, say Khanek. We'll find a way out.
And I tip my little, cone-like head. As if to indicate that's a good idea.
I did come here and I was going to allow you to catch your bearings, but it seems you are up and ready to leave. So, without further ado, if you would please join me on this walk.
And he turns around and leads you with his guards. Do
Two
you,
of the guards stay very close to
I
Alex.
mockingly, as he turns around, like, do a couple steps and then just fall in line.
One of so everyone presumed to stick with the herd and follow this
Yeah, I follow bro.
seemingly quite tabaxi.
Kev's just in the fucking ring the whole time.
This whole time I've just been panicking.
Oh, Kev, what's the problem, dude? And Kev, your genie, flies up from behind the bar, and he's like, starts pouring you a brewski. You seem tense. And he hands you the mug as he says this.
When the drink
you
gets
not
poured, my
skip that?
circuits twitch a little bit.
Did you not see what just happened to me? I started drinking.
No! I haven't the slightest clue what goes on out there. You're my eyes and ears out there. Did you find the stone yet?
No.
The stone?
I'm physically shaking. as he's
Okay,
talking.
okay, never mind. I didn't mean to. Just chill.
Freaking out, man.
Drink it up. Drink it up.
What the fuck?
Like coddling him like a baby.
I'd like to think he has his arm around me, like, you know.
Yeah. No. What happened, man?
I just had a fucking crazy dream. There was a shadow and these people, and I fell from a ledge. I don't know.
Fell off a ledge?
You weren't there. Where were you?
My hours are 9 to 5, man. No, I was taking I was clocked out over there behind the
I was
counter.
off the clock.
But I wasn't able to help.
You didn't see any of it.
No.
I don't know.
What do you... Sounds like nothing really happened.
It was.
Jesus.
It was. I don't know.
The moment
Apparently, we all had this dream. this thing was scary, man. Okay.
Oh,
Kev, there's no problem. The moment that you think there's a problem is when it becomes a problem. If you just push down your feelings and find the stone.
I love this.
Everything's all good, man.
Okay. You know best. You know best.
Of course I do. Have I ever steered you wrong, Kev?
No.
That's right, I haven't.
I'll drink more.
More.
Alright, so you're in the ring still, and you're
Yeah.
coming down.
And I can hear everything that's going on outside, so I know kind of what's going on.
Okay.
It's just muffled.
So as you all are, as this conversation happens in Alex's pocket, and you all follow this Consul Rumer. You're stepping through the city along the branching pathways, and you note just the other people in the city, the civilians and the traders and the merchants, all kind of doing their own thing, going about doing their own thing. You see, just that you can't help but notice their glances lingering on you for definitely longer than before the whole events of 2 days ago. Feel as though whatever incident happened outside that religious establishment became very public knowledge and news very quickly throughout Gale. And you feel as though you're being watched basically anywhere you step throughout the city. From
Are we the only ones that passed out during that, or are there other people?
As far as you know, you're the only ones, but you did not confirm with Zoneth.
You were only the strong enough ones to survive.
And you hear hushed voices and whispers as you pass. So, eventually, you watch Consul Rumer turn toward you all right before the updraft to the upper branches, and he just kind of falls back into it, and it just shoots him upward, and he does like a little twirl and soft step landing as he reaches the top, and just one by one, and you see the inner flock just kind of like they just fly straight up, the wind catching their wings up to the top. And as you're fluttering under these inner flock members, you note just some features about them that you noticed before when you were kind of standing in front of them, but now with their feathers fluttering in the wind, you note some different things. There's their feathers are all generally white with these gray tips that clink as the wind flutters through them, and it looks almost like these gray tips are some kind of metal, like a lightweight metal interwoven within the wings of these within the feathers of these Arakakra. And they have these metal casings over their beaks and their talons, and they wear these golden masks above their beaks and around their eyes. It matches the rest of their very elaborate gold armor, and there's a distinct red sash that kind of flutters in the air beside them, hanging from their hips. And as they reach the top, it all settles. The sash, the feathers. They land from their glide, and you continue toward to the left. You see that there are a couple of up here in this part of the city. There's some different kind of architecture compared to elsewhere in the city. It looks like the majority of the buildings, quote unquote, are kind of made into the canopy of this large tree. There's the buildings kind of like poke out more than they show at this point. And you only see a handful of them, but as you're passing primarily to the right, you see that there's almost like an overlook area that seems very bustling with activity. Aarakocra flying on and off this large platform, and some very large houses and manors and mansions, and you pass by them all to this this other building that they have brought you to, and Umare leads you in step by step, past two other inner flock members flanking the door, this large archway.
Bless you.
As you enter this building, there's these grand interior walls, ornately decorated all the way up.
Utah moment.
Utah.
No!
Utah.
It can't be!
But it can. He's back.
Decorations up to what would be the ceiling, but there's actually no roof on this building. It seems like you're so high up that actually the only parts of a ceiling you could call it are the topmost branches of the tree of Qeynos pouring over the edges of these walls to create some shade and protect some of the interior. There do look to be some kind of like intentional openings in the roof, air quotes, of this place for Aarakocra to enter and exit through quickly, perhaps messengers of Qeynos. There's these green and brown banners descending from the tops of the walls, blowing gently in the breeze of the open roof. And on the banners, fluttering through, you see a sigil of a ornamental gold compass. As you step through further along the walls and in the display, there are these display cases throughout the foyer. You can see ancient tools of war basically on display. Armor stands, ceremonial weapons kind of mounted on the walls, broken swords on altar displays, scabbards, things like that. And you note that you're following Umare straight into, well, you know, the main foyer, the main reception area with the throne. But instead he takes a turn into one of the side hallways, and you continue to follow. You pass through many winding halls and hollows through the branches until you eventually come upon a very large wooden double door. Dumbledore?
Dumbledore.
The kind of wood is unknown.
Cannon. What is it?
Can we
True.
get a
Cannon,
wood
this
check?
is your moment.
Cannon, you want a
Take
nature
it.
check?
Prove
Yeah,
I do
yourself.
wanna be
John,
there.
what wood is it?
Rise. Rise.
Yeah, what
Fine.
kind of wood is this door, John?
Lost man.
Yeah, John. Wood doorman.
Got a 17.
Doorman.
Oh wait, yeah, this is John's special.
Oh,
This is
We
yeah.
got,
John's
we got a
special.
doorman and a woodman. We should be able to
Okay,
figure
We
this
gotta
out.
combine them.
Roland.
Fusion.
Honestly, how about we just go for a nice black walnut?
Polymerization.
Cringe.
We got doorman and woodman.
Roland, you know
Why is
what?
the walnut?
You know what this wood is? It's called.
Can I roll an...
What's up, Matt?
I was gonna say, can I roll a nature check with disadvantage because I wouldn't even know what the fuck I'm looking for.
Okay,
Looks like
Harry
wood.
will tell you the answer in about
Sorry,
2 seconds.
sorry.
Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
called wellwood, and it is a type of wood that is unique to Gale and does not burn. You know this just from your studies in your church.
Wood.
Not burn?
It does not burn. Yeah, it is how the forests and homes of Gale, as well as the tree of Qeynos itself, have kind of stood the test of time and all the storms that have come through. But
Used the tree to make the tree.
yes, the wood is made of wood.
You can tell by the way it is.
Yeah. Consul Rumer lifts up a finger and just a little claw comes out and he taps on the door and he takes a step back and he kind of motions for you all to step away from the door. You feel a slight breeze pick up in the hallway, and you hear the leaves on the walls begin to rustle. And then a gust of wind emerges from the doors as they open, and the doors slam against the walls for you to enter. And Rumer just kind of gestures for you to continue forward. This time
The
with,
cat boy?
yeah, with you leading the way this
It's
time.
just the cat boy.
Not him. He's letting you take the lead here.
Who are you calling a cat?
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
What do I know about Tabaxi?
What do you mean by that? No, hang
They smell a little bad and they're
Racism check?
Yes, please.
Make me a history check, I guess. I gotta piss this soda.
Racism check.
What do I know about Spanish people?
Pro.
That is not what he said.
2020, DM.
Spaniel words.
Tell me every reason I could hate the Tabaxi.
Wow.
I'll wait for
Oh my
Mr. DeLuca to
God.
get back to divulge that information. By I divulging it, I'll have Mr. DeLuca divulge that information.
That's fair.
I get to think about whether or not I want to enter this room.
Come
or
on,
just-
co-DM.
We've already
us the
come this
info.
far.
I need it now, DM.
Give us the
Co-DM.
news, co-DM.
Is
Tell
it
us the
really?
news.
Is it really news?
This is what you're here for.
He was number one.
He was number one.
Thank you.
Is that from Suicide Squad or something?
What are we?
He was
Kinda
number
Suicide
one?
Squad?
Yeah.
That's
Kinda-
from SpongeBob.
No, I know.
He's joking. He's joking, Matt. He's having a fiddle and
It's,
fuddle.
it sounded
Love
so genuine.
SpongeBob.
It really did sound so genuine.
That's because I'm an actor.
You're something, Will.
A clown.
You're boomer.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah, you got him.
Guys, snag a peek at the TikTok I sent in the Sour Gamers chat. I can't see
Ooh,
banner in there.
Shit.
the TikTok.
Tick tock on the clock. Follow.
But
There we go.
Can you shut
You've just been disgusting all session.
I hope whoever's listening to this recording right now knows I'm not sorry. I'm kidding.
God damn.
I can't wait till I get to take that out of context for when you get canceled.
Cannon, are you CC Boomer in the Twitch chat?
Oh. I'm not.
You're not?
Oh.
Hi, how's it going? Hey.
Oh, CC Boomer.
Interesting.
Viewer.
Who are you?
Lamau.
I have the stream
did this,
open right now.
Lamau?
Harry, are our videos streamed or no?
Yeah.
Nice.
All we need to do is start making shorts.
Non-consensually.
And then eventually we'll come out with an animation on Amazon
Woo,
Prime.
baby! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go ahead and do that.
You know, we just got to get a couple million people around the world to be following us, and then writing petitions and shit. Donate, get a Kickstarter going for over millions of dollars, and we'll be there.
Is this a SpongeBob reference?
Shut the fuck up. Tell the man what he needs to know to be racist about Tabaxi for, okay?
Whoa,
Get a
we're gonna
roll
get-
on.
Oh, did he already do
2020.
it? Oh, he
with
did it.
terms like that.
He did it. He actually did it. Okay.
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
So, I mean, especially with this guy,
Whoa. Excuse me. What?
well,
Back
you
up.
know that there are a great, there's a large amount of Tabaxi in Gale. Aarakocra and Tabaxi, those are the largest
strays.
population numbers, I guess you could say, demographics. But a large portion of those Tabaxi are part of a criminal organization, which your character hasn't encountered
I knew
previously, but Brelikk has.
Hi there.
They're the Black Paw Trading Company is what they're
Front?
Yeah, they were the guys who bought out Handshake Enterprises in Haven all that while ago, and they were like the thugs that were hanging outside the
They add
Kinda mean
to
mugging
the
people.
Haven's inability to assist us in the war.
yes. And
These guys.
and this console that is leading the way to you, doesn't look like any console that you've really met. The most you've met were elves, and then, well, not. I mean, I guess you probably have actually met a console or two. There's one in Safeguard, and they're mostly elves. And aside from Medea, the one you met, it's pretty strictly that. So to have a Tabaxi of this stature seemingly leading you into the political overbelly of this city is interesting, to say the least, compared to what you're used to in Safeguard. So there is a little bit of racism going on here.
Okay, so he's like leading us, and what was the last thing he said to us again? Because I know we kind of paused for a minute here.
He was gesturing for us
You
to
to
go
go
in the
through the
room.
door
Yeah.
past him.
The last thing he said
And he
was
said he
just
was-
follow me.
Taking you to Lord Akko. And it seems as though this room he is inside of, and he motions you to enter.
I ask really as I'm like we're all walking in, and I kind of stop for a second, and I to the side at him, and I say, "Lord Akko affiliated with the Black Paw."
just laying it all out there.
Damn.
It's not my homeland. I just like to inquiry.
I would like to calm your concerns and state that the Lord Akko has no ties or connections to the Black Paw.
Now what about
I
you?
trust ya.
check that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Want to have to pull out Zone of Truth now, would I?
Oh, my favorite.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I got a 9, but so like, just what do I think?
I would say with a 9, you garner that. It would be
to a nighttime. That's cool.
it. Okay, so you believe that in your short time span together with this individual, you can't garner whether or not there is any truth or falsity to that statement.
Your own conclusion.
So you'll have to draw your own conclusion. Exactly.
I'll just say, I apologize for any offense I might have caused with that question. I was simply curious.
No need. I believe that cooperation and communication will lead to a stronger, more unified society.
Politics. I'm.
Agree
Oh,
to backseat.
boy.
This
And then I
guy a
walk
Miss
in.
America pageant.
He's like, I think there should be no war.
I think that
I believe in all religions.
Now, do you want to see me in a swimsuit now, or is that later?
Later.
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah. Now that is perverse.
Stop. No. All right, we enter the fucking room.
Yes.
At that point, I would have come back probably.
Yeah, you're gonna pop out of the ring if feeling better. And the guy gives you your genie gives you like a little pat on the back, and he's like, "You go get him, Kev.
Yeah.
You find that stuff."
And I'll pop out, and
Go get him, chimp.
it's very obvious that I was crying. Like my face is very red still, and
His makeup is all runny.
my eyes are like welled up and everything, but I got a smile on my face.
You got mascara. You got mascara that's bleeding down your face. Or anything, Kev?
I don't wear makeup, sir.
Okay.
When you come out of my pocket, I'm just
Only the wealthy can
the laser
afford
pointer's
makeup.
right on your face.
Ooh.
I forgot about the laser pointer.
All right, I'm back. guys.
Uh-huh.
Let me refresh. I
I-
gotta get the music going.
And I reach into your pocket to grab my ring.
It just auto goes in
Yeah,
there.
I'll say every time you come out of it, it like re-puts itself on your finger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it puts me out to like the nearest like space.
Yeah.
So I guess I just pop out right next to Ale.
Yeah. And you just he dusts himself off and just a smile through red eyes.
I looked at Kev. You need a refresher of
No,
where
I'm
we
good.
are.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
actually feeling real good right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of swaying around a little bit.
He eyes you is like he can tell you've been crying. He's just like, okay, and then turns inside.
As I said, I'm kind of like swaying around, like I'm off balance and shit. Like I'm drunk.
You're drunk.
I like
wanna
I'll
run
activate
the,
drunk guy protocol, and I'll like grab him. I'll like kind of like hold on to him as he like waddles around. Used to escorting drunks around.
Alex immediately reacts to your demeanor and just begins like adjusting your body.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't like hold on to you, but every time you kind of sway a little bit too far, I can put a hand out and slowly like nudge you back up straight, and then just follow you.
Oh,
like that.
There's like no
Thanks.
possible way that you could mess up, yeah. Kev, make me a con save for all the beer you drank. Ale.
Con save. Oh,
Yes, so for the next hour or so you'll be a little inebriated, and for mechanical purposes it's the same thing as poisoned, but just drunk.
Look that up.
Drunk.
Yeah, so you enter this dimly lit room compared to much of the journey up to this point. The natural light is very ample in Gale. You know, there's not really a place you can go indoors without light peering through the branches or something similar. But the room seems pretty cozy. It's like almost like a study, seems like. Red rugs and drapery throughout this room. Candles burning into the wax, sitting on these silver candlesticks. Dark wood furniture throughout, and even kind of, there's what appears to be an organ in the far corner of the room, like the instrument. And there's 2 wing-back chairs, you know, facing away from you toward a fireplace. They're flanking, you know, either side of the fireplace. Baxter just jumped on the recliner behind me. And a figure sits in the left chair. And you hear a voice come from the chair. If I can grab that. Do not know what monitor this is going to pull up on. Alright, the wrong one. Fantastic. Stream got a peek.
Let's just be listening, you guys. Don't look at the VOD. Don't look at it.
What did it say, DM?
The embers of the fire kind of spitting every once in a while, ash and smoke going up a stone chimney. And the orange glow of the fire kind of flickers throughout the room. Qeynos speaks to me through the crackling flames. Ako, Ako, Lord, Ako. And he does not get up from the chair, but you see he continues to stare into the fire. The shadows creep into the fire. The longer I hold my gaze, until there is no more fire. And Brelikk, you have like a short PTSD moment from the incinerator with Ak.
The flames. Oh no.
The embers flit into shadows on the horizon. They fly in a flock, and you see a massive black wing extend from behind the front of the chair as he visualizes it before you, taking to the sky like the Aarakocra. A volley of deliverance to blot out the sun. We pierce into the hearts of the deceitful, and then they breathe no longer. We stand over them. In this fire, I see the truth. And then he stands and the other wing comes out, stretching all the way from one end of the room to the other until the tips of his wings touch either wall, and then he flaps them down and snuff out some of the candles, if only for a moment, and then they slowly reignite with some sort of magical enchantment. And he turns, folding his wings inward away from the fire, looking to you all. Art?
Art, please.
You see these massive red
Oh my
eyes.
god, it's a furry.
Staring back. He's got like a hunched neck. I don't know what you call it, where it's like bends down, and he just says, "I wish to know who you are and why you have entered my kingdom of Gale." And in these crazy eyes, this man seems pretty unhinged.
You don't say. Really?
You get the feeling that be very easy to make him upset.
All right, who wants to die?
Choose
and
your
speak up?
words carefully.
Who wants to speak up? And
I feel
I
like
kind of
I'm...
step back knowingly, thinking like I cannot diffuse
That's
this
just like,
situation in any way.
Harry,
I'll just step back. a bit.
towards the beginning, who did he say was talking to him through the flames? Because I pulled up the list of gods and I want to know.
Qeynos. So it sounds like he's saying he had a vision through the flames. And
You're in Gale?
huh?
Gale right now?
You're in Gale.
Yeah. And in this vision, he saw Arakakra blotting out the sun and killing the deceitful, and the fire speaking his name as they win the war triumphantly. They are not at war right now, mind you. But this is what he saw, and he's turning to you now, wondering who you are, and what ties do you have to these tablets? These
I would stumble forward a little bit.
gifts of Qeynos.
I'd like to first, before I say
I
anything.
did not see you in this vision that I had.
Cool. Cool.
I would like to say
No.
I
immediately put my hand on his shoulder like I don't
Wait,
think
wait,
this is
wait,
why.
wait.
He's still he's drunk and he's like crying.
No. Alex, hold him back and
upstanding
gag him.
Citizen of Gale for quite a while.
Oh, have you?
Alex, gag him. Alex, gag him.
I do not do that. The laser pointer goes to you, and you tell me to gag him. I do not know what you mean.
Make sure he stops talking.
I have been a part of the workforce, and I have made my way in this great city of yours. So thank you, and I'll step back.
Oh my god.
He sounds like he's giving a speech ready to unionize the fucking workforce.
You see Lord Akko kind of descends down to look at you a little bit, like one eye open, and then like tipping his head back and forth. That is good. Very good. It is important to service the infrastructure of the kingdom. It is genuine citizens such as yourself that bring us prosperity. Perhaps it is why you were chosen. But could you please enlighten me as to what you were chosen for exactly?
Well, good luck.
Only
Fuck.
first.
And then he immediately just to Brelikk.
Matt, let him cook. Let him cook, Matt. Let him cook.
Okay.
This first.
Mike's like,
Follower of
pass
Qeynos.
the baton. Someone take this from me.
So the Aarakocra looks at me. Sick.
Wait.
The talking pillow.
Do you guys let me go forward with my questioning? Or do you want me to?
Rolland steps forward confidently.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
We ask
boy.
this first follower of Qeynos.
I am much
Oh, wait.
more than a
Yeah, no.
follower.
Yeah, follower is not the right word.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
used.
You already messed up.
I don't care.
Who let him cook? Who let him cook?
Let him
Who let him
cook. Let him
cook?
cook. He's doubling down. Let's go.
Who let him cook?
I know who my character is.
You seem to be a new arrival here in the kingdom of Gale. So I will give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I am to Gale. I know many of their exploits, many of their public relations with the rest of the world.
Of
Know that
course.
you pulled out of the war, 10 years ago?
That is correct.
That was part your doing.
In part, it was mostly my doing.
Again, let me ask you this. You've stayed out of the war for many years now. Keeping your opinions to yourself, keeping yourselves out of the conflict. Not necessarily that you would want to bring your people ruin, or among other things, but as a disciple of Safeguard, you who have been on the front lines, wish to know where you stand.
You are asking me where I stand on the everlasting conflict.
Correct.
Let me make myself very clear.
I think you burned yourself while cooking.
Through you, servant of Aewa. You notice he deliberately uses servant.
Ooh, slave.
And get like a smirk, like, oh, this is getting fun now.
Oh, this is my moment.
The cocky.
Hit him with an ICU.
What is-
He just laughs.
The kingdom of Gale, its people, and I do not bend to the whims and wishes of other kingdoms. We serve only Qeynos and his will, his desires. If Qeynos wishes for us to re-involve ourselves in the conflict. We will do so, but it is not yet time.
Do not believe I asked you to rejoin the conflict. It's what your opinion was on it. Appreciate the response, though.
My opinion is that of a neutral stance. We do not involve ourselves as we have in the past. This is because we have entered a new way of thinking.
I sympathize with. Let me ask this. If your involvement with this war is negligible, what benefit do we have to gain by sharing information with you? On Factor.
You do not have any benefit here. I summoned you to glean what I could from your character, of which you have shown plenty.
Fair enough.
I wish to know what it is you know about these tablets that were summoned here in my city, outside the establishment of Qeynos. It is my understanding that it is he who has put it there, though I do not know. And his head drifts over to Brelikk. Why this half-orc has been chosen to represent his disciples, or yourself,
Qeynos has...
for that matter.
Is he now like asking me why I have been chosen?
Generally to you
Not-
or Rolland, yeah.
I'll not pretend to be an interpreter for Qeynos. Or any god for that matter. But I think this is a sign of changes to come. Perhaps Qeynos has already made a decision that you're not even aware of yet.
Ooh. Widened eyes. I am aware of all Qeynos' desires.
Why must you ask us for answers? Makes not much sense.
He speaks to me. It is the way it has always been. His truth is conveyed, translated, and interpreted through Lord Akko. But, admittedly, he did not inform me of your involvement in the future of Gale. The message on the trunk stated war is truth, and reports tell me Tablet flew out of, and a big wing gestures to Brelikk, these ones pack, and that the other tablet that was set on its pedestal found its way into this one's pack.
Fuck. No.
Though we found ourselves unable to remove them from you. Why is this so? And Brelikk, and Khanek, at this point, you both seem to remember the problem you had with physically touching the tablet. Brelikk, you're able to physically touch your tablet of law, and Khanek, you're able to physically touch your tablet of chaos, but before your hand just passed straight through it. And Brelikk, you even remember the very first day you acquired these tablets, Negotiator shoved his tablet into your chest. And it didn't feel too good, but it was just like phased inside of you. And then he just pulled it back out. And if he dropped it, it reappeared in his pack.
Yeah.
So it's almost like these tablets are bound to you. And you obviously have your own intuitions as to why that is, but on a surface level. But Lord Akko doesn't seem to know that part of the story. You can see he leans in eagerly toward Brelikk.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Do not lie to me, half-orc. I will know if you do.
I'm inclined to believe it. I will tell that the festival that happened in Cistern, delegates were called to from each kingdom to come to the festival, and each of my members I've traveled with prior were delegates sent from those places, and we were all chosen and given these tablets, and we are still trying to figure out as to why it is we were chosen in the first place.
These delegates, they all became chosen in this mission you find yourself on. Ak, the Truth Seeker.
Sadly, each of those chosen decided to, besides Ak, had decided to leave the path. Ak, on the other hand, sadly, fell in battle.
You see Lord Akko's expression of anticipation quickly narrows his brow. Disgraceful.
Damn, cold.
Then this mission you were on before? You believe it is transferred to the group before me now?
I believe that the gods found new champions to hold the tablet, and somehow fate brought me to the people in this room.
In this quest you find yourself on, it is leading you in a particular direction.
it seems it is now leading us in multiple directions. Multiple paths lay ahead. Where we go next is sort of up to us at the moment.
Open-ended. So, you note especially during the conversation of the original Chosen and Ak the Truth Seeker being one of the Chosen and him falling, and he definitely took issue with him falling, not necessarily out of Ak's failure, but more so out of the fact that Qeynos was able to choose again, it would seem, and even the second time, he was not chosen.
Insecure.
So you note the flit in his eyes as this
Yeah.
happens, and he
Basically really trying to say, hey, you can't kill us because that means, Qeynos won't just up
Right.
and fucking promote your ass. It
It's
is a
one way to put
choice. It is a choice Qeynos has to make, and yeah.
Do you believe your mission is to I should say, do you interpret your mission to be one of what happens when you complete your mission? What is the result of this? Have you been told?
It infers that the world stays together after our mission is complete.
Stays together.
Seeing as the last chosen.
Trying to be really vague about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
gonna tell him exactly what the fuck the mission entails.
You see that he
Seeing as
derives his
how-
own interpretation from that.
That's fine with me. Don't give a shit what he thinks.
Roland will just say that, seeing as how the last group of chosen not able to complete their mission, at least seemingly do not have in the intention to do so, is that the gods perhaps picked people who may have the potential to meet their expectations, not necessarily that they will. I intend to carry out this mission as my duty. I cannot speak for anyone else.
I want to try saying something in a way that
To Roland, Lord Akka will reply. That is very noble of you, servant of Aewa. And he presents ding, a small ring,
Cool. Don't take the
And-
ring.
lowers it down to you in offering. It is a ring that will help you see the truth when others are deceitful.
ooh.
Can I, at a glance, can I just see if it's like magical?
Arcana check, or if you have detect magic.
Were we all told like the
Only
Like,
Matt had a
the-
hood of detect magic.
were we all
If
told
only.
like the like go to Forlorn and then go to Safeguard and stuff? We were all told that, right?
You were all told that, yep. Roland read it aloud for you all in
Yeah.
that vision, and it was written on literally writing on the wall, kind of a thing.
11.
Man, if only we had a hood of detect magic. Who could have seen this coming?
Damn.
Man.
Handshake
Not
Enterprises
me.
wasn't that bad.
Punished.
Out of character, that was us. We had so many magic items that we knew we were gonna have to give out, and that was supposed to help with the. But now no one has them, so.
Well, now Matt fucked it up.
Damn, I should have picked
The
it.
tablet of balance also has a feature that allows you to detect magic, but of course no one has that tablet now. So.
Oh.
Don't worry, we'll find it again, just like the alchemy jug.
Yeah. You haven't
Don't.
found that again, Cannon. Unless you're talking about the first time you lost it.
I mean, I'm going to find
Oh,
it again.
I was muted. I have detect
I was
magic.
also muted.
Oh. Do you want to
It is-
scan it for him as
Feel
Lord
like using
Akko
it?
holds it out?
Sure. I will ritual cast detect magic.
I sit there
Really?
awkwardly for
That takes
10
10 minutes. Yeah. I would
can-
say you'd have
I'll
to
just
bring
cast
a
it.
slot.
I'll just
Yeah.
cast it. I'll just cast
Actually, I believe I have identify. I think it,
it. Why does it make me put down a thing for it?
I have identify, and I will
One of them.
Whoa! How do I get rid of it?
Like the fuck did that appear?
If you go to the measurement controls, Will, on the left, and then there's a trash can on like one of the sub things. If you click it, oh,
That is not the trash.
I don't see a trash.
Harry. Identify does take at
I'll
least
clear
1
it.
minute to cast, even if I'm not ritual casting it, so I won't do that.
okay.
But I'll
So Alex cast detect magic then.
I pour beer all over. No,
Yeah,
I
just a little
detect it
scanner.
normally.
Just a little scanner comes out.
I
and-
use my laser pointer turns into a wide cone scale.
and you see Lord Akko jerks his head toward Alex for a moment, as if to take slight offense, and then back to Rolland to see if he accepts this gift.
will take it. And he'll just say, a little, like, with manners,
Mhm.
thank you. And he'll put it in his hand, but he won't put it on right away. Just inspect it and then hold it.
Mm-hmm. I believe this mission to be of utmost importance and priority. He looks
Cool.
at everyone individually, singling them like for just a moment each time, to Alex, to Khanek, to Rolland, to Kev, to Brelikk, to Katsu. And he remarks, "You all seem the capable sort, more or less." You are to depart Gale immediately and follow course on your quest. It seems very urgent, as Qeynos' voice is growing
So he wants to just leave Gale.
louder and louder with each passing day. Yes. Also, Brelikk, off one of the comments he made during his vision, or his little evil monologue earlier,
Yeah.
he said that he stares at the fire and then the shadows creep in. And
Yeah.
I mentioned briefly that was
Wait a minute.
familiar to you. And it did light
Oh,
something
no, this-
in your head. And
Wait a minute.
you note
No-
while looking
oh,
at
fuck
him,
me.
even in this moment, that within his eyes, it's almost like you can still see the fire. Even when he's not looking at it.
Oh, this motherfucker's been possessed.
He looks
Alright.
like mad, like held together by his experiences, whoever he was in the past. It's like this guy is giving Khanek a run for his money.
Before we depart, I would like to pay my respects to Ak. Do you know of his residence?
Interesting.
Someone does care.
I got you, Parker.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm also kind of you know what? I'm not gonna say it yet.
No.
I'm not gonna metagame it yet.
Say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow.
I loot Ox house. What's in it?
Let's go.
That's actually
Well, I
not the
kill
reason,
Ox.
but
Steal
it's
his
funny.
spare wings.
I kill Ox whole family.
I'm gonna
Oh
have
my
sex
God,
with his
no.
wife.
No, it's more or less
I'll
the
have
bias.
I'm
Doing
having-
this for Ox.
It's more or less it's like this
Ak
guy was
would've
about to
wanted
kick
this.
us. This guy's about to kick us out of Gale. This is the biased time to stay in Gale for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Ox would have wanted this.
He would have wanted this.
Very smart, Matt. Very smart.
Okay. So, at the asking of Ak, sorry, even the mentioning of Ak again,
Yeah, I know he's
Lust
probably not that
eyes.
big of a fan,
Lord
but
Akko,
In high school,
Akko.
I put him in a locker. That's why he fucking.
you see,
No, it's not a fan.
you don't know what a sneer looks like on an Arakakra, but you feel him sneer. And,
Like-
yeah, he's like,
It should have been me.
and Uck swore an oath to seek the truth as many of the disgraced and banished seek to make amends.
oh, the real in my head I say that. Did not know that about Ak. Fuck.
Uck, the truth seeker, failed in his mission, which was delivered to him by me.
Oh.
Therefore, by Qeynos. If Uck perished in pursuit of the truth, then he was not fit to be a messenger. It is the fate that befalls all truth seekers. Only the few
Really,
survive.
really hard to not look like he's getting mad at hearing this.
Yes, to
But he's
enter
just the arbiter from Halo.
the inner flock. Spread his ashes in the banished graveyard, in the lower branches, if you so wish to pay him proper respect.
Quick question: are we on the highest peak of the tree right now?
You are, yeah.
Cool, cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Yes,
Good to
Matt,
know.
this makes your blood boil beneath the surface. Could you make me a wild magic roll?
Ooh.
No, why? Wait, what the fuck? This is not a good. No, what? Are you
I
serious?
like this though.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone near Brelikk,
Oh,
he has
no.
mentioned this condition he seems to have, where when he gets upset, the gash
Oh
in
fuck!
his
Oh fuck! Oh
chest opens
fuck!
up
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
and begins shimmering.
I noticed. I'm like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah. It's another creature of your choice, so realistically, it doesn't
I'll
have to
take
be
it.
as bad as you want it to be.
He wants it to be.
Do you want to jump in front, Kev? Mr. President!
Me. Do it to me. Do it to me. I'll take it.
Wait, another
Okay,
creature
Michael.
another creature of your choice you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next. You're blind for. It's a flashbang essentially.
Yeah.
So you rage it. Bolt of light. Can I have it be myself? I'm just like shit. Hold on. Like I have a cloak. I just close my cloak for a moment.
You're
like hold up.
balling yourself.
Matt, just
Yeah,
do it to me. I'm paladin. I
Yeah,
can clear.
yeah. Can I
conditions.
actually try and like hold it in and like the effects happen to me?
Make me a Constitution saving throw. The DC for this will be 15 to see if you can hold it in. If not,
Right, +7.
it
Plus
will
7.
shoot out of you
Natural 20.
in a direction. Okay.
Me
So-
trying to hold a fart in a meeting.
You see
Oh my god,
the
that would've been
energy
so fucking.
in Brelick's chest, the gash. Let's flash that art. The gash at the
can't believe I
front of
rolled an
Brelick's
8.
chest
Holy
begins to
shit.
hum and just like
Oh, that's a
pulsate
big gap.
with this light, and you see it just concentrating in this one point, and then Brelikk like kind of grits his teeth and balls his fist, and you see him very visibly keeping it in as it disperses back throughout the chest and just kind of lets out a small light, and then slowly the light dies down.
You take 3 damage. 3 radiant
That's
damage.
fair. Fair.
And we'll say that the con save you made is also against the blind, so
I
you would avoid blinding.
like
yourself.
I look like I get like I'm in pain for a moment and I go, apologies.
I have heard of your affliction, Brelikk, son of heritage.
It is
It is good that you
manageable.
can still control this affliction you have. That is very admirable. You are going to need to control yourself
okay.
if you are
mother-
to succeed
don't-
in this mission.
Don't fucking yeah.
Condescend.
No, I
Don't
don't
condescend
say
against
it.
me,
No,
bud.
condescending piece of shit bird person. Fucking.
Bird person, no.
Chicken
Yeah.
shit.
I just can't believe that Ak was actually the arbiter from Halo. That's crazy.
That's damn. That's crazy.
I don't even. John, can you confirm that? For
John,
me?
did you plan this?
I saw that Parker. So originally, this is funny because I really talked to Harry like when the campaign started and Parker submitted his backstory. I was like, wow, this is pretty close to the Arbiter from Halo.
They sent
And
him
I
on
was
a
like-
suicide mission, and then he
So-
failed, and he's not worthy of knowing
So
the great
I
journey.
was like, well, Halo did it better than this. So I was like, here, just change this, change that, and then but like this, like the theme is like the same. I think like the redemption and stuff like that. But yeah, I think there was like some liberties. Like Parker didn't know Halo, so
I did
like,
not. That was not an influence at all.
yeah.
I still
love
think
it.
I still think it's very cool though. That was
I love that we found out all this lore about Parker post mortem.
that's so sad. Fuck.
He got
He's-
incinerated.
Discombobulated.
And his people think he's a disgrace
Discombobulated.
now.
And a loser.
Yes,
That's
the
what
most
I'm
important part.
But Brelikk knows.
Yeah, they always thought.
And he couldn't fly.
Knucklehead.
And he couldn't fly. Why?
So with that, Lord Akko turns to Consul Romer, who is behind you all, awaiting in the doorframe. And he says, Consul Romer, would you be so kind as to show them the way out of the canopy? And the way to the roost across the way of the upper branches. The
Of
coordinator
course.
will know how to best arrange them transport from this kingdom.
Of
So we're going
course.
up. We're going up.
I will do what you wish and show them the roost.
Harry's dying.
Harry's dying. Harry's dying.
He's
He's actually
dying.
dying.
Is that a Coke, a root beer, Sprite?
It's a Coke.
Cocaine.
It's just water
What's
now.
his title? Is it Lord
Oh, it
Akko?
is just water.
It is
Lord Akko.
Lord Akko, yeah.
Lord Akko. Where would be the best place to supply for our journey before leaving town?
True.
The coordinator should be able to provide you with such supplies.
What about
But
selling?
there is a market in town, the Doldrum Market. There you will find many shops to tend to your needs. And he gives a beaky smile.
Appreciate the hospitality.
Of course. And the wind begins to pick up in the study of this of this room, and circulating, and the flames of the candles begin to slowly get snuffed, and you all are ushered out by the gust, and the doors close behind you, and Consul
If you
Romero
will
stands
please follow me to roost, I will show you.
Sure, I'll follow.
I cheat.
And we're going up. This roost is above.
there. Yeah, it's outside
like
of the canopy, but it's off to the right when you guys originally found yourselves in the upper branches with that overlook. That's basically what he was talking about. Use to your best your intuition.
I hope Lord Akko did not scare you. I know he can be intimidating.
I think he was a bit of
Oh
a quack.
no.
So call him a quack, Parker.
I called him a quack, yeah.
Oh no.
I know in his heart he simply wishes to follow the rules of Qeynos.
Sure.
He leaves it off at that as he leads you to the roost.
Do we have the?
Guys get a vibe from that that's not necessarily one of approval.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit what he thinks.
So Consul Rumer begins leading you back out the way you came. The inner flock at each corner of every turn you took, rejoining you as you make your exit from the canopy, and they bring you to the front, and the two inner flock on the outside, they have kind of their polearms crossed at the front door to deny entry, and as you exit, they kind of, pull them to the side, and you're able to step out back into the world, and Consul Rumer leads you off to a point and gestures across the top of the tree. Past some of the thicker branches, you can see this large circular platform in which much of the bustling activity you saw before has now died down. And you find yourself kind of like in the center of the upper branches as he's gesturing to this place. And you get the sense that he is taking you as far as you will go. As far as he will go with you.
Perfect. So he's gonna leave us, and we're gonna just be on this roost.
Yeah, you're kind
In
of
front
like
the
off the.
building.
Yeah, you're kind of off the path of. You're like near the roofs, but you're not on it yet.
Okay.
I wish you luck, Richard.
I'm not sure if that came through. He says he wishes you luck on your journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're finally alone as we
Yes.
step onto
It
the
would
roost.
appear that way. Yeah.
Brelikk lets out a loud sigh. And he
It's
looks
a good thing
around.
He didn't ask me any questions.
Hmm.
That would have been, well, let's say, bad.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
I
Khanek. I want to touch on this since that article you read in the last
Yeah,
session.
I was like, dude, if this guy asks me questions, I'm fucked. Holy shit.
You note that he did not. He was very distracted by some of the other party members,
Mhm.
and it would seem as though the guard may have recognized you if they were not under the effects of whatever Alex did to them. You feel as though specifically you were not recognized in that moment because of what Alex did.
Nice.
And you all find yourselves kind of like on the branching
As if
pathway that leads to the roost.
On cue.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. I thought I was muting. No, I'm
Oh,
muting.
okay. You all. Oh, and Khanek, one more thing. This crime that you committed.
Crime?
Or
Criminal?
You do
Evil?
you do a couple
What?
of these things every so often.
You mean this justice I have committed?
Yes, this justice you've served. It's pretty cut and dry. Actually, the scene of the crime is just a little bit like
This is a liberal use of the word crime.
just well, the scene of the incident happened. I'm speaking in terms of what Gale sees as a crime.
Okay, well,
as-
fuck them. So.
Laws are written by the rulers.
And history is written by the winners.
It is close by, and you don't need to revisit it for anything, but you do recall that this incident was caused by a difference in ideals, and it was not necessarily planned. You did not set out to do this thing, but it happened, and the context of it was one of how do you want to call it, one in which this inner flock member could detain you and determine your future.
Hmm.
And it did not end up happening.
Nice.
Just wanted to get the short rundown of that. So if you want to revisit said location, you may. Otherwise, this roost is off ahead of you. Brelikk, do you take point and head for the roost, or what do you want to do first?
So are we on so I know we're on a path going to the roost and everything.
Yeah.
But you said most of the time we're not really out inside, we're mostly outside, right?
Yes, yeah, now I'd consider you outside, yeah.
Yeah. As I'm looking off into the distance, right? Looking out, seeing the landscapes of Gale, would you say I find a really nice opening, view of all of Gale from walking this path?
Yeah, it would be the roost, actually. I didn't think about that. But
Okay.
it would be because it's a overlook. It's the widest,
Gotcha.
horizon like view of everything. So
Yeah.
below,
Does
distant.
does everyone follow me to the roost?
I do.
I would, yeah.
I think
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
the party
I
continues.
I turn to the group and I say, I must do something before we depart, but I will also ask this. This is not being forced upon any of you. If you wish to continue, if you wish to follow wherever this path leads, I will tell in detail everything that has happened up until this point. The gods have each chosen you for a reason. I may not entirely know what that reason might be. I'm not entirely sure as to the reason I have been chosen yet, but you have a right to know as to everything that has happened prior to me coming to Gale. Do you all
Appreciate-
accept?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to know
Yeah.
what the hell is going on.
So it's like a
course.
contractual thing. He will tell you as long as you are on board. Or if you are on board, he will tell you, and then you can make that decision more
Mhm.
educated.
Yeah, I'll educate you, and then you can make your decision, right?
I'm about to get educated.
So
So
yeah.
in detail, I tell them the full extent of everything that has happened at Cistern, our reasons for going to Haven, the peace mission that led us all the way to
Sanctum.
Sanctum. Thank you.
Yes.
The events that have happened in Sanctum that led to Ock's death, and then eventually all the party members deciding to go whichever way they wanted to and leaving, with my decision to come to Gale. And that is how Brelikk ended. That is how I ended up here. In full detail, telling about everybody
Yeah.
as well, talking about everyone
All the
that's
different characters.
been there before,
Yeah.
retelling the visions that we had seen, recounting the visions I had seen,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that I should
Yes.
at least share these in case I am not on this journey forever. And I do not know if the other party members have had somewhat of a similar visions, but this is everything that has happened to me, and to my knowledge, everyone else since going to Cistern.
The proverbial passing of the torch. So, there's the communions. All the different characters you met. Let's take
Utah.
Utah.
Hey,
Back in the morning.
This NPC is screaming.
hey. Let's use the pre-session Arc 1 playlist for this recounting. Oh wait, no, actually we got to do Agni Parthene.
Agni Parthene.
I hope it works. If I recall, that song got messed up
I hear the song.
somewhere. Oh, do you?
I hear it.
I'll refresh the page for myself so the stream can hear it. Damn you, Foundry! Oh.
Maybe you should clear some hard drive space.
No! You can't do this to me! Alright, it's fucked up on my end. Maybe this will help. I haven't heard this song in so long. Hang on, sorry. Don't want to ruin it for you guys. Alright, whatever, I'll just let it go. So you all, in terms of characters, on your journey you met Prince Anodyne in Cistern, Quotho, Damien, Cecil. Damien and Cecil, the two representatives, along with you guys at this festival of peace. And
Want a sausage?
and Quotho, the messenger of Gale in Cistern. Hey, Agni Barthene. Just started.
Hey.
To the town of Homestead, already destroyed, where you met a dying man named Roderick. To Farewell.
Yeah, that did happen.
The town of Farewell, in which
also-
many old people were burned to death by changeling elves,
I hate changelings.
guised as soldiers from Haven.
Quite sad.
Don't we hate changelings here?
Seems as though they were using this festival to, invade. They had a letter on them that seemed to implicate Consul Arnor in Haven of this attack and coordination and involvement seemingly with these people. In Haven, you met Patriarch Ultho, the old as balls tiefling who was killed in his chambers violently by unknown means, but
Probably
seemingly
Consul
seemingly you're not sure.
Fucking bastard. I'm sure. I am sure.
Consul Arnor was taken. Well, you met Consul Medea, and Consul Medea became your primary contact in the consulate. She spearheaded this
No mention of Lord Nicodemus yet.
arrest, yes, of Consul Arnor. I'm just kind of looking at the portraits as I go,
Yeah.
to be honest. Maudgard and Sir Lemongrass in Handshake Enterprises, who said he had been bought out by the Blackpaw Trading Company. Medea asked of you all, the faithful few at the time, Negotiator, Ak, Dalen, Brelikk, Misk, and Jorma. All of you were tasked with bringing one Consul Ilin to Sanctum to propose a ceasefire treaty, essentially, to Commander and save the City of Destiny from their impending ruin. And Lord Nicodemus tagged along because
Poggers.
you guys convinced Medea to send him along with you guys, and it
I believe I
resulted.
convinced
Yes.
Lord Nicodemus to come along.
It resulted
that.
in his death.
Instead of villains.
Sugbu the horse, from which Matt acquired from Cistern and the very violent happenings in the desert.
My horse.
The horse was blown to bits. Its
Damn
legs
you.
crippled, and the wagon that
Damn
they had
you,
acquired
DM. Just can't.
from Cistern
you.
was also
Fuck
destroyed. It helped very much with their travel.
Fuck you.
You met
Part
some
of the motif.
soldiers. Yeah, it's part of the motif. You met the soldiers, some soldiers of Haven out in the trenches. All of them eventually died. Essentially, there was a death charge across no man's land with a very righteous Azamar against a very scary-looking Dragonborn. As
With pleasure.
they dueled in the that's what the with pleasure was.
Not
With
e-
pleasure.
Not even in the session.
You guys continued all the way up to Destiny. You went into this factory where, factory, laboratory, facility, whatever you want to call it. It was a place where seemingly these Vedalken were their bodies were artificially made, and then, like, infused with the souls of what they used to be, Aetherborn. And, they used this black substance called guar to achieve this artificial body. You went all the way up through this forest of destiny. The Fatewood it's what it's called, aptly so, because it pushes you along on the path that you are fated to follow, but you chose, everyone chose in that forest that day to continue following their fated path and not resist the deviation. You fought some people in Sway, saved some Vidalcan, killed some Warforged. You found a ship. You met a tiefling named... I literally just looked at his name like 2 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm.
John, do you remember that guy's name?
Well, one more time.
The tiefling you played in...
I've put a lot of tieflings, I think, so far.
Yeah. On the
that
ship.
wasn't a tiefling, that was a changeling.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
There
off
was
the
a
top of my
guy
head,
for
actually.
sure.
Yeah. I
Damien
don't remember the
2.
name.
He was there for sure. You rescued him from the ship. He dipped
Vardrid.
out. Vardridge, that was his name.
Mm.
You landed in Sanctum, onto the shores. You met some scavenger named Sage, who brought you all along through navigating kind of the treacherous wasteland that was the Western Isles of Sanctum. You found a cube. You let Sage keep the cube. Got some streakstone out of it. Saw some dwarven ghosts. You were on your way. The faithful few continued on their journey to Sanctum with Consul Ilin, in which Consul Ilin decided to show his true colors right at the end, and the party realized that it was seemingly a setup from the start, and Commander turned on all of them, killed Ak, and badly injured most of the party, or injured at the very least, and the fight ended when Monarch stepped out and reclaimed her throne, which that's news to you guys for sure. You knew that Monarch was taken by she was taken capture by Destiny. You did not know she was in Haven, and you did not know that then she was returned to the throne in Sanctum, and now she's back in power. To most of you, this is actually reassuring news compared to the previous leadership of Commander. He was not generally seen very well by people who enjoy living.
Well,
Life enjoyers.
And so the communions along the way, they claimed you to be the faithful few, whatever. The tablets kind of fell by the wayside, and they weren't active themselves. They never moved or did anything outside of stay in your packs or, appear when you needed them to appear in your hands. And update as you went through these communions. You get to Sanctum. You went through Destiny, you did not commune. You went to Sanctum, you did not commune. And
what I'm hearing is we should have communed.
No, not necessarily.
Necessarily.
Where am I going with this? Monarch led you all to the portal room, or led everyone to the portal room so that they may take their separate ways. But Brelikk specifically went off by himself to incinerate Ak, and he had this vision of the flames disappearing and the shadows taking it over, and he was talked to by some fucking, clown jester kind of a voice that spoke to him a riddle, which we'll say Brelikk kind of like took a note of what that, what is going on with your mouth, Matt? It looked like your chin was like moving up and down like a South Park character or something. So where was that?
I can't believe it took you that long. I was going along with what you were saying too, so it looked like I was just a puppet.
I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what's happening?
Shadowverse,
Sorry.
configure ownership. So
It was
everyone,
a really good way to listen what was happening.
everyone in their journal entries, has this verse. But I will show it to all players. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see it? The stream can't see it.
The Shadowverse, I don't think.
Yep, I can see it.
Well, yeah, it's popped up, but
Oh, okay.
Oh,
was
here's the okay.
Brelikk,
the prophecy,
Brelikk.
the message.
Faithful few, it is only you. Heroes of the day, poor little Ak, forgotten by tomorrow. You have something of mine, one that you borrow. The tablets of gods and lies and burdensome memories. Rats in a trap, in a cage, in a prison for centuries. Oh dear Brelikk, do you know the worst tragedy of them all? Before the heroes rise, they must endure the fall. Cackle, cackle, cackle. So, in this recounting of Brelikk saying that there's this guy in the shadows, you all come to a similar, a joined understanding that with what's just happened with the communion with Qeynos, with what's happened with the communion with the bystander and the diplomat, Endare and Huul respectively, you think that there are two parties going on here. There's the gods that are seemingly trying to get these tablets filled up, and this strange shadow man that spoke to Brelikk seeking, claiming ownership of these tablets and seeking them for them, just essentially seeking them for to be returned. They seem different somehow. You're not sure exactly what's going behind the scene, but it looks like there's a struggle of sorts between two different parties. And as you stand here now, part of this struggle, unwilling.
Utah. There we go.
He's back.
You stand like as you're not willingly part of this struggle, but now you're part of it. And for better or for worse, you are intrigued by whatever part you have to play here. But as Brelikk sends this all to you, it is also concerning because it seems to imply that your fate is not your own. But at the same time, the other party members seem to choose their own path. So that's kind of what's before you. A journey of fate, but ultimately up to choice. Not exactly sure who is pulling the strings or why, but it is certainly kind of like a leap of faith that you're taking to follow this course. And Brelikk looks between all of you as he finishes to hear your decisions as to whether or not you would like to continue on this quest with him. We'll start left to right. Katsu. What say you?
Well,
I look to
If-
Katsu.
if a god picked me for some reason, it better be a pretty damn good one. I'm willing to listen.
I look to Kev.
Well, where to next?
I'll take that as a yes. I look to Rolland.
Everyone's got to do a quirky one.
And my axe.
And his axe.
Mm.
Said, you've heard me say before, Brelikk. It is my duty. I'll fulfill it.
I nod and I look to Khanek.
Of course. Why else do you think I've been sent here?
All right.
Why do you think I came all this way?
And then I
Yeah,
nod.
like literally.
I nod to Khanek, and then I look up at Alex. Like,
You tried to
a
discern-
blank laser beam is tracked out of you.
Discern any kind of affirmation.
do you a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Boop, 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 beep.
Laser beam just points at you.
I think he's in.
I think he's in regardless.
What are we? Some kind of Heroes of Eobred?
No.
And I looked at the group, and I looked back to you, Rolland. We should figure out what that ring actually does.
Yes, I didn't want to put it on right away.
Does anyone have identify?
I do.
Wasn't it cast?
Who
Uh,
screamed
I
that?
decided
Sorry.
not-
Just cannon.
Rolland did. I'll go ahead and cast identify. I'll use a spell slot 1 minute. So 10.
Yes. I will assign the item to you. Go ahead.
What's the first destination then?
And
Do
Kev
we
says this,
yeah.
and you kind of all look between each other. In kind of like a where to next kind of a thing. And you look up to the roost of the messenger roost, kind of just up the path from you, and the sun kind of still high in the sky, shining through the leaves. And echoes of the faithful few are felt within you. We'll end the session.
That's us now.
Bruh. I was gonna ask. I'm like, do I have some sort of
Your own
intuition
understanding.
that like maybe we should stay in Gale for a bit longer? It feels kind of weird that we were just here.
Yeah.
Ah,
We had 2 recaps that session.
Yes, we did.
kind of felt
All
like
of
we were
Arc
just
1.
getting kicked out of Gale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Echo's an asshole.
You notice that he's
Who the
not
fuck is
having like
Bravo?
a you notice that he's not having like a military escort for you to like force you on like a ship to get off. So
Yeah.
he gave you his opinion. It was kind of an order, but you know, ultimately it didn't. It's kind of like a if he sees you again kind of a thing. You know, he might have some words for you, but
Stern talking to.
yeah, you'll he did
So
say, you know, there's like a market and stuff for you guys to stop
He
at.
won't see me
and
again until he dies.
There are four options for us. We either stay in Gale.
It is foretold.
We either stay in Gale, we go to Safeguard, we go to Heritage, or we go to Forlorn.
It would appear that is the choice before you.
Yep.
Well, we should probably stay in Gale for the few moments, and then afterwards, bail. Should bail.
Should
before
probably
the-
just make our decision now, so our DMs have time to prep.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so I say
think-
we
I think
stay in
we
Gale
should.
for like 10 minutes, and then we bail after that.
Yeah, I mean, can I just say I try to like to expedite the process? Can I go to a shop and sell some shit and then try and get a shield out of this? DMs.
We want to roleplay the shops.
Damn
I
it!
wanna roll the shop.
All right.
We're gonna roleplay.
We're gonna roleplay the shops. Okay.
I'm gonna get my little chain.
I-
I'm gonna get little handcuffs, Matt. We're gonna roleplay.
All right. For the sake of the party, I will tell them. For the sake of the party, I'll say, I'm gonna be brief and I won't try to make it take like 2 hours or something. I'm going in there for a shield and at the same time just offloading shit.
20-minute adventure, in and out.
In and out. It can't be.
Like you all have already spent money and shit on magic items and whatnot before you came into the campaign, so hopefully you don't need to buy anything or browse the shop.
Not how this works, man.
In and out.
Damn it.
After
Also, Matt, not how it
This
works.
guy's
It's
clearly
getting
never
nerfed.
gone shopping.
It's a
yet.
good,
I
it's a
know.
good thing we
Never
gave you.
has.
It's a good thing we gave you all of our gold.
And items before we left.
You didn't though.
Yep.
Yep. Get
and
fucked.
I don't care. It would have been so metagamey if you guys just gave me your shit before leaving.
Another
Respect
decision.
I respect
so,
that, Matt. I respect.
Yeah.
I want to.
Why do you think I turned away Cannon?
no, actually, that's kinda
Heretics
metagaming
so
too.
quickly.
Never mind. I won't emphasize that.
Um,
There is a choice of whether or not to go to the roost now or later. Just so you know.
Okay. Real quick,
In the hen house.
like, how long do we want to stay in Gale? Like, do we want to stay for another day or something and see what's happening there, or do we not
We should
really
leave
think anything's
before
happening?
nightfall.
What's happening?
We'll have to.
Okay.
We'll have to go
Okay.
into the sewers of Gale.
That's
Hey guys, what's going on?
Okay. Okay, then where are we going after we leave Gale? Like, what's everyone thinking?
Because it's closest.
I mean, we're gonna have to take a boat,
true.
right?
I'm happy with Forlorn.
Are we taking a boat or a bird? I don't know.
I'm gonna
They're
assume
not
some.
taxis.
I'm gonna assume some airship or something.
Yeah, we ride on the back of the guards. Just
I will say
we're going on to like a
yeah.
we're leaving from the tree, right? So we're not like going on a boat. I don't think.
what if we just get one hang glider and we all?
Forlorn is in the middle of a war right now with Haven, right? That's what it is.
Haven and Destiny
Destiny, yeah. So
2-on-1,
and
it's a lot of
Safeguard,
numbers.
technically.
yeah,
They're at war with everyone except
true.
except the neutral kingdoms and
What is
Sanctum.
Safeguard all about? What are they?
They're like safeguarding.
They're,
They're about
you.
That's
peace,
the
love,
lawful good
They're the
area.
lawful good alignment.
Peace, love, and
we're gonna get a lot of
But
resistance
as
if we go
to
to Forlorn. I think.
particulars,
They're about self-interpreted justice, Jack.
yes.
They're about bitches, money, and weed.
safeguard.
I think.
I know this.
Forlorn's
I feel like-
quite the happening place, guys.
Want to say
Forlorn
that
is
there are each of them have very different things going on, and the one that you pick first will definitely influence
Impact.
where.
I'm assuming
it
you guys have
goes.
stuff. I'm assuming you guys have some stuff prepared for each. So, at the moment we pick, you guys are gonna start working to expand upon
Yes, probably.
everything more.
No, there was no plan. There never was a plan. There
There
never will
was a
be a
plan.
plan.
They're winging it.
We're
I
just
mean-
winging
I mean,
it.
yeah.
Like the Akakra.
I mean,
Wanna
yeah,
get
I like the idea that we could go to Forlorn, then hit up Safeguard afterwards, and then head up to Heritage. It's an
Got it,
option
guys,
for
we'll-
sure.
Yeah, I want
Jack-
to piss off some
Quick
Dragon
20-minute adventure in Forlorn. In
We
and
could,
out.
we could either do like
Can we
I
land
don't-
here?
I'm
Of
just
course,
thinking
we'll
of
have
it
to
long.
pass through Cistern on our way there.
I'm thinking about the long term. Like, we could go all the way to the other end of the map, just hit up Heritage, and then move our way down.
You know, while we're at it, guys, why don't we go to Cistern? You know, say hi to Anodyne.
Starting village.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a terrorist, apparently.
Also, just thinking about it, I'm like, deny the return of dragons in Forlorn. I'm like, dragons don't seem like a thing we could handle right now.
Oh, I
We
can handle.
anything, baby.
We're level
Dead.
10.
Yeah.
Some big meaty dragon. We can handle it.
Yeah, I would consider the
I once
goals-
grappled a dragon, Matt.
I
Because
I
each
would
of
consider
those
the
Bill
goals
goals.
once
is
killed
going
the
to-
strongest dragon in the world. In fact.
Let me pull
True,
those
I actually
out
have a
of
history with
the
dragons.
Let me
My
pull
character
that
was
out.
my character's backstory was actually really involved with dragons. Too,
Will
so it's
killed
really
Zimri.
cool.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a difficulty setting, like because like safeguard, that's the first option, which is the easiest. Heritage is the second option, which is the normal difficulty, and then Forlorn,
Right.
that's the hard
When
difficulty.
Harry, when I look
That's
at
the way
the
I look at
area
it.
like map, where does it have the red indicators that says careful under leveled, and where does it have the yellow indicator that says like, oh, we're equal level, world level 40, where is the indicator on?
I'm looking at the
Transparently-
message.
Transparently, the message is the order that we had originally planned them for, but yeah, that's basically what I'll say for now.
We should totally go to Forlorn first.
Yeah, we should do what Schmo did in Cord's campaign and go to the hardest one first and get everyone killed.
That would be funny.
The progression would make
I'm
a
gonna-
lot more sense in the. Well, I
I'm
guess
gonna-
there's different. Yeah, there's different things.
I'm gonna vote safeguard. I'm gonna vote just go the path.
Hero place. We just go to the hero place safeguard.
I vote Forlorn.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, wouldn't that also? That's also where Canon's from,
Safeguard.
so he would be a good
Okay.
little
Cannon's
chaperone.
True.
backstory. Yeah, Cannon's backstory already.
Two safeguard, one Forlorn.
He
Slugger.
could, he could chaperone
that's
us.
two safeguard, one forlorn. Cannon, what do you want?
I want to go to Forlorn, but I want to pass through Cistern to get there.
I'll second that.
Let's go, Mike.
All right, so that's 2-2. What do you think, Jack?
I want to go safeguard.
Okay, and Alix
I am
I
a
want to go
robot.
through
I
Cistern
have
and
no
Forlorn to
vote.
get there.
abstain, so I guess that counts for both
I will
sides.
follow wherever the homies go.
Or just
and
nothing.
by the homies, I mean Jack.
So far, it's
Ignore
3 safeguard,
Jack.
2 forlorn. I think
If
we're
he's
going to
following,
safeguard.
yeah, it's safeguard.
I'm following Jack and Mike.
orcs, huh? Everyone just hates orcs.
Especially Lord Akko.
Yeah. Fucking world.
Is that a fucking yogurt?
That's where you say I'm not an orc. I'm a half orc.
Yeah.
All right.
Watch
That's
your
where you just say
tone
I'm a
there.
Genazi.
I'm a half orc, half genasi.
I
motherfucker?
identify as
Shit.
Get your
Genasi.
I'm a genocide.
what?
Genocide.
I'm a
genocide.
genocide your people. Genocide.
You're back, you know what I mean?
Jeremiah is on the side.
And Terry's up on this plane.
We're gonna scratch them splouks.
They can't detect these mamma jammas.
Oh my god.
Gotta get froggy up, buddy.
Especially when they get froggy.
Okay.
It's a box cutter. Underneath a two-horn.
Okay, I'm pulling it up. We're
I'm gonna
watching
stab him right in the neck, and
Alright.
and it goes squeak, squeak, squeak.
I will end the stream there. Thank you for coming. We'll be
Yeah,
here
the streams
next
are
week
always
at the
some
same
fucking
time.
chaos.
We'll stop recording there. See you next time.